Many times have socialists condemned capitalism as a system that is dependent on exploitation of the labor and consumers in creating profits. However, there is much notion to disprove this and actually give the conclusion that capitalism has been overall beneficial to the people. For instance, let us look at the common consumer good. This is what we call ice cream, what I've just highlighted. Ice cream is a product with many ingredients used to create it, from the rock salt to the milk to the eggs and of all of them. It is only thanks to the division of labor that we have what can truly be classified as ice cream, as well as within the levels of competition. For let us look at the fact of how ice cream is made. First, you have the milk, which must be farmed from the cow. You also have the eggs, which are created from the chicken. Then you have the salt, which is rock salt from the ice cream, and you also have the emulsifiers that are used to make sure it is not frozen. Within every step is there a different need of trade within these different production processes to formulate a product. For example, I must buy the milk and the eggs and the salt at a different place. For the fact is that one place will not have the allocative means necessary in creating both the milk and the egg and the salt and the packaging. Instead, it can only be said that there are two different places in which these goods are created with comparative advantages to the rest of the market, which are then exchanged and created within the production. It also has to be said that within different strata can this creation of production be possible, for not everyone has the same level of specialization. It can only be said that not everyone can process the milk or let's say till the milk, or create the automation necessary in mixing the ingredients together or operating the automation. Everyone has different levels of labor to which they organize themselves into ultimately creating the final product. This is a system of interpersonal exchanges that were created when different people allocated different amount of labors within a trade sense of view to create the final commodity. This exchange of labor and division henceforth is capitalism. In short, capitalism is the reason we have the delicious ice cream. It is the reason why we have delicious ice cream en masse produced at a profitable level within ingredients that have reached their best comparative advantage and with different allocations of labor available for different labor specialities. So we have considered capitalism and the labor market. Now we will look at the profit side. So as our example, let us say that I want Oreos. Oreos are quite delicious, and say I decide to buy this Oreo. This creates in the accounting term a profit, which is a gain from the initial investment. Let us say the investment needed to produce these Oreos was 60 cents, and I spent $1.50 upon it. Therefore, within the accounting term, the company has got a gain on investment, which is the profit. Essentially, I have only decided to buy the product because I have considered it satisfactory. And because I've considered it satisfactory, I've made the investment on it with the end result, hopingly that I enjoy it. So it is a good comparative advantage, and the company, as a result, also gains profit. So in that regards, the gaining of profit in and of itself is a trade, because both parties, the company and I, are gaining comparative advantage, whether it be commodity, whether it be a subjective increase in utility for me, or an objective increase in profit for the company, which will keep it running alive. So now I will finally consider the competition. This is the chocolate aisle. Here we have many different companies. This is the Flips for the pretzels, the Bark Scenes, and also the Dove. Let us see that they have different specialities. For example, the pretzel company may specialize in people in segmentations with people that have different tastes. The Bark Scenes may have people who are interested in the taste of nuts, and the Dove may have different preferences within people who like the pure sweetness. There are inherently different utilities amongst different people with different needs and wants. This creates a sense of market segmentation, but a company cannot invest all their resources in all of these different segmentations. Otherwise, they create products which are not very useful, which in a sense lose utility, and it would also cost them a higher cost to allocate the resources towards multiple sectors with the research and such, so they would have diseconomies of scale. Therefore, with the presence of competition within segmentations, there are multiple companies satisfying comparative advantage within one sector, creating economies of scale and better products comparatively amongst each sector for all customers to enjoy. This phenomenon is called competition and betters the lives of people who enjoy better products. That is my supermarket talk on capitalism. Goodbye.